everyone, it's James Harvey, NBN News weather guy. And you've heard a lot of talk about Chinese weather balloons being sighted over the city of Detroit. Well, I'm here to tell you there's no need to panic because we're conducting an experiment. Now, flat earthers have a theory that the earth is flat, so I would think that I would be able to see my house from here, but I can't. So we decided to send one of our crack intern reporters up in a hot weather balloon to see if they could see it from up there, because at that point they should be over the curvature of the earth. So, some young guy, what do you have?
Well, indeed, James, the earth is round and I can see your house. However, wait a second. It looks as though they're breaking into your house.
What? What do you mean they're robbing my house?
Wait. They're pointing at me.
What are they pointing?
They have guns. James, they have guns.
Some young guy, get down, get down!
They didn't teach me how to take it down. They only taught me how to go up. Oh no, they're shooting at me. Oh God. Oh geez, mayday, mayday, mayday. I have been hit, mayday.
I'm calling you an ambulance!
I don't have 45 minutes for an ambulance. This is Detroit.
Oh my God, the humanity! The humanity! Live from downtown Detroit, it's No BS News Hour with my main man, Charlie LeDuff!
Na. No bullshit!
This just did breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Good evening, smartest people in the world. The news that does not insult you. Remember I reported last week how the Detroit police contract, born out of the 67 riots, became the nationwide template of discipline for police officers across the country. The city and its police union have entered into their latest agreement this past November. It runs to 2027. I was told that none of the discipline standards had changed, but I could not find a copy of the contract myself. Sources on the city council didn't know what was in it. A police commissioner I know has yet to see it. A dozen cops I spoke with said they had not received a copy. The contract has yet to be posted on an official city website as far as I can see. That in itself should reveal to you just how musty and opaque the political drapery that smothers this town. But I got the contract all right, all 72 pages of it. And indeed, none of the disciplinary rules or language has changed. Disciplinary paperwork is still removed from an officer's file after 2 years. An arbitrator, not the chief of police nor the police commission, metes out the punishment. And the clauses within the contract itself supersede the rules set out in the city charter should they conflict. I said that right. But that was not the most surprising thing I found in the lengthy and laborious labor agreement. The most surprising language was right there on the second page entitled Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. I'd never read the words before, and I don't know who penned them. I don't know if it was a union official or a city lawyer who proposed them for inclusion into the contract, but I'm glad they did. The words are nothing short of inspiring. To quote a piece, a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all persons to liberty, equality, and justice. These are elevating words and yet somehow vaguely antique, a vestige of a simpler, more naive time perhaps. They were drafted in 1957. Leave It to Beaver premiered on CBS then. The post-war baby boom hit its peak, and the Brooklyn Dodgers moved west to the sun-soaked hills of LA. Of course, this is also the year the federal troops were ordered to enforce the integration of schools in Little Rock, Arkansas. The code continues. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule. Most of us know someplace in our hearts, if we're being honest, that these words reflect the behavior of the majority of men and women today who wear the badge. I just wonder if the peace officers themselves are aware of this. To all those weary cops struggling in these dark days, I hope this code of ethics will serve as a pillar for you to lean upon, something to remind you of your legacy when you grow weary or feel defeated. The blanket of brotherhood is threadbare in America today, and you've become the focus of a collective anger. But you are the only governmental agency that even bothers to answer our calls, no questions asked. Know that we need you. Know that we remember the names of those among you who gave their lives for us. Know that we shall not forget them. And remember the code of ethics. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. Indeed. Play the commercial, motherfucker.
Yep.
This message of uplift is brought to you by business and personal wealth advisor Luke Nowacki, who reminds you that what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but never enter the kingdom of God? But while you're waiting, Nowacki wants you to remember that overreaction is not a sound financial strategy. So call Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for sound financial advice.
Also, the No Bullshit News Hour brought to you by Hall Financial. Help yourself. Over 40% of Americans don't have $500 in their account in case of an emergency. A lot of people don't realize they can use the equity in their house to put themselves in a better place. A cash-out refinance from Hall Financial can help relieve financial stress and keep you and your family prepared for the future. Consolidate your credit card debt at a lower rate. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current house, you need to call Hall Financial first, like we all do around here. 866-CALL-HALL. Or get started by going to callhallfirst.com.
I'll be calling him. I got some credit debt for him to look at.
Okay, good, Red. Did you call Legacy Partners?
Yes, I did. They
Did
were
you get a
great.
good rate?
Pretty decent.
Better than the other places you were calling around?
They did pretty decent. They were good.
Okay, since you're going to be an asshole.
No,
Either they were good or they weren't good.
They were good.
No, I don't expect you to do jumping jack, but don't give me no fucking.
Right.
Yeah, they're all right.
They were good. They were better than a lot of people I talked to.
I want you to go out there and do 10 fucking push-ups and come back and get your attitude right.
Okay.
And you over there getting them commercials going on time. We're going to fix this shit. God damn it, this is no backdoor bullshit podcast. This is the top 200, man. Let's behave like we're one.
Okay, I give you.
We got Flat Earth Dave here. Flat Earth Dave, one of the leading voices on the Flat Earth movement in the United States. Do you know that? And we got to move along because these Cuomo show's setting up over there. I got to leave my own show to go do the Cuomo show, and they're telling me what I can and cannot say. Nobody telling me what to say.
You're a busy man.
So what I'm telling you is Legacy Partners is the place to shop, bro. They saved me. They saved Mark. They saved Bernie. They saved us all.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Now go do your push-ups.
5'8", yeah,
Right.
go do those push-ups, and that they do life insurance. So before you hear,
Right,
call them up.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Call them up. 586-209-4106. Tell them I sent you. They're the best. Boom. Okay. What we got on the show today, Mark? We got Karen on the phone.
We should, yeah.
Sick as a chinchilla. She was set up at her desk. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. You know, she's
miserable.
a gamer. She knows everybody's waiting.
Hello.
There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Charlie.
How you feeling?
I'm going to be okay. I just, I'm all right.
Are you in bed?
It caught up with me. It caught up with me.
Are you in bed?
Yes, I'm lying down.
What are you wearing?
This isn't a 1-900 call.
Listen, you and I were talking. We just wanted to talk about the economy real quick. Like, you and I were talking about the $180 that the Whitmer administration sending around to us as relief from inflation, and I'm just so confused. Like, I don't know what 180 does, and I thought like the federal government was trying to take money out of the system to get inflation down, and then we're sending out money. Does what 180 even go that far?
No, it's not, Charlie. And to me, it's like the same carrot they use for the insurance, giving you back the money that you paid into the fund anyway. It's just a minor distraction to say, hey, we're giving you something back. But this is almost an insult to me. And I think people ought to look at it for what it is and what it isn't. And what it is not much. And it doesn't do anything. It's a distraction, and it's just for show.
I think it's voodoo. We could save this for when we need it, right? So anyway, we asked Karen if she wouldn't mind tagging along with a camera to go to the grocery store just to see how far $180 goes. And here's Karen's first produced piece for the No Bullshit News Hour, which thank you hundreds of thousands of people. Well, it's not 100, it's 100,000 plus. Look at that. And this,
wow.
and this is
That's cool.
This when you do that and Karen thinks it's worthwhile, this is what you get.
I'm not one to complain much when it comes to the cost of things, choosing instead to be thankful that I can handle it. But with all the conversation centering on food costs, I decided to take a closer look and was amazed and disappointed at what I saw. $7 for eggs, $21 for ground beef, produce, cream cheese, and $6 for Vernors are all prices that somehow feel unfair. A man stopped me in the store and said they were putting the squeeze on the average American. Not sure who they are, but somewhere there are those whose concerns don't include ours. A substandard minimum wage, unstable gas prices, and rising inflation. I kind of wanted this to be informative and entertaining, but this is no laughing matter. So where are we headed? Apparently to hell in a shopping basket.
$289.
Charlie, every trip to the store, and again, I hate to say it, and I don't mean to, I don't necessarily pay that close attention. I go in, I get what I need, and I'm thankful to be able to do that. But when you start paying attention to this stuff, it's absolutely asinine, the prices. And I can't help but think about people who have, families, limited income, and that are just trying to get through day to day. I mean, it's unfair.
And you know what, Karen? I'm not sure if I heard you correctly at the top of your piece there, but sounded to me like you said, I'm fortunate and I can pay, but I didn't really know the prices of food were going up.
Yeah, I guess I really never quite paid attention to it. I mean, I don't. And like I said, I am thankful for that. I see people that have to add up what they're purchasing before they get to the store. I mean, we all come with a different set of resources. So I haven't quite paid probably the attention to it that I could have or should have. But once you look closely, hell, I'm glad I didn't. It's crazy.
I was like $21 fucking dollars for beef. I was like, I don't know the price of anything except cigarettes, beer, gas, and tools. And believe me, when you get a new lawnmower, you're like $450 fucking dollars. The fuck?
It doesn't. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I had a conversation with somebody like, solutions to all this stuff, exist. It's like everybody's playing a game with our lives,
yes.
And that's just
yes. And everybody's angry.
It's not cool.
No,
and that's what it is. They're just.
And we don't trust the government. All this stuff that we're complaining about is the federal level. Like crime is local level, right? But
right.
when you're talking about inflation at 6.5%, and the president saying in the State of the Union it's going down. No, it was exactly 6.5% a year ago. It just did a up bump. It's 6.5%. Mm-hmm. The real wages after inflation went down 2% because these aren't good jobs anymore. It's NAFTA, it's China, and it's robots. Say it is. And then the deficit is a $1.2 trillion. So I got to give shout out to my mama, because I've had a really nice, good career in journalism, but I never got to be a talking head before the State of the Union address. I was a talking head. I was like, Mom, I made it. I'm a talking head on Cuomo. And just because we're trying to fill time, this is what I said.
We're stressed out. And he's not going to address the things that every single one of us, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or that independent that swings everything, it's the sanctity. There's three things I think. There's the sanctity of the dollar. You tell me out there, the dollar that you earned, it's not worth what it was. You saved it. We're tripping on this, right? There is supposed to be a chicken in every pot, an egg in every pot, and now we're getting gristle and bones in the pot with the water that's got lead in it. And if you're from Jackson, Mississippi, you got no water at all.
I thought you did a great job as a pundit.
I do too. What'd you say, Mark?
I thought he did a good job as a pundit. I watched that whole hour, man. I thought you did good.
I want to say you did good at catching yourself right there, because for a moment I thought you was about to say stripping, but you caught yourself and became tripping.
Did you do your push-ups?
No, not yet. I couldn't get in touch with Legacy.
This, Charlie, you're just talking about a move to make sure that kids have free lunch in school. Why do kids have to go to school and not be able to afford lunch?
Why the hell do we got to pay for kids to have free lunch? It shouldn't be that way. It should be like the parents are able to buy them lunch. It's going, when... Get ready, Dave. Here it comes. Here it comes, Dave. Flat Earth, Dave. Here comes the QDU. I mean, what's next? What do you tell me economy is good? What next you going to tell me? The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat, Charlie.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, we'll be back with that right after this. Thanks, Karen. Get some sleep.
2, with everything. A side of cheese fries to go. Ready, set, go, Red, go.
Detroit might not make it to the championships, but you can have a little bit of Detroit at your next championship party. American Coney Island, 12 dogs with all the fixings. Air mail special, right to your door. That includes Alaska and Hawaii. AmericanConeyIsland.com. The first, the best, and better than all the rest. And they can't fly either.
That's a shame. The Super Bowl is going to come and go. I love that commercial.
Yeah.
Just means we don't have to make a new one. Now we got to make a new one. Now, Red's been coming in. He dragging his ass into the meeting. He's all late and shit. He got like paper like this. Yeah. He come in like this.
But I was ready.
Yeah, he goes, I'll get to that in a minute. He goes like this. He walks in and he's writing notes, right? And I'm like, the fuck, you're 20 minutes late, motherfucker, trying to look all writerly and shit. He just like, and he's like, I was ready to go. I'm like, it's already written.
Well, he's looking busy, right? I mean, if you look busy, you look like you're doing something.
At least that shows he cares. Yeah.
He does care.
I halfway. Did you put push-ups yet?
I'm down to 4.
Give me another 20. Okay. I forgot about that. My man. That was a great intro.
He's got a great piece coming up, too.
Yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. Stay with it. First of all, we got Flat Earth Dave. And then after Flat Earth Dave, we got Red. It's a Black History Month, and Red goes around to check the extent of your
Detroit
knowledge.
Black History Trivia.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I want to welcome in Dave Weiss. Dave is one of the flat world's leading voices across the globe. Not only can he be heard around the world on his weekly podcast, The Flat Earth, he's a popular film producer and a keynote speaker at the Crown Plaza at the Denver airport.
Wow.
In addition, I'm pumping you up, bro. In addition to starring in such films as The Next Level and that unbelievable follow-up Level with Me, Weiss has garnered an astonishing 130 subscribers on YouTube. Please welcome to the No Bullshit News Hour, FlatEarthDave.com. Thanks for being here, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. I don't know what the hell we're going to cover in this short amount of time, but where do you want to start, man?
Okay, first of all, you've got a standing invitation. We will, things happen. We got a lot to do tonight. Got to get off. Got to do Cuomo, kissing the ass of big media, corporate media, bro. We're doing it. All right. But I want to do this. I got a friend, and I respect the hell out of him. He's a big dude in this town, and he's a flat earth guy. And he calls me, and my daughter laughs, and I said, don't laugh, because you don't know why the earth is round. You have no idea as a human being, except you've been told. Agree?
Yeah, absolutely. You have no proof that the earth is a globe.
Okay, so I think maybe we do, and my friend, my one I respect most, isn't the brightest bulb in the universe. So we had to have you on. So let's do this like it's a bar. It's me and Red and Mark, and we're just talking, and you walk in, right? That means you're not allowed to go on and on and on because we'll throw a beer in your face. So,
right.
Okay, so I wrote some questions, and thank you, dude. This is going to be great.
Yes.
And everybody respect each other, because even if you don't believe this is an opportunity for you to explore the world that you live in, that you stare in a phone. So I find this to be really interesting. All right. So Flat Earth Dave, gravity. Gravity, the theory is, pulls from the center of the mass equally on all sides of the mass, making it a sphere. That's gravity. If the Earth is flat, there is no gravity. Is there gravity on Earth? And if not, why wouldn't all the water flow over the edge?
I'll keep it as short as I can. We'll be pretty
Thank you,
short.
Dave.
Gravity is a made-up theory. Think about this. All of these little bits, started sticking together and created the ball Earth, right? A lumpy ball surrounded by curved water, surrounded by spherical air adjacent to a void, which is science. The molecule of dirt or whatever of Earth that's at the very center says, everybody come to me. I'm the center of gravity. It's ridiculous. What about something halfway between the center and the outside? Why does it say everything come to me? Gravity is a made-up theory. They say it's a weak force. They say it's the electrostatic force, which is not a made-up force, which is something that we can actually test, is 10 to the 36 power stronger than gravity. Okay, then
gravity's fake.
Thing. But the thing is, when I drop something, how do you know it's not the electrostatic provable for the made-up theory?
Wait a minute. So so you say there's no gravity. When I jump up into the air, why don't I keep going?
Okay, so the Earth has a negative or neutral charge. Everything above the Earth is in a positive field. Negative and positive attract. The Earth isn't moving, so it says down is this way. Buoyancy and density sort everything else out after that. This balloon.
Wait, hold on, Dave. I told you. Now, you don't have to get it all in. We're at a bar here. We're just talking.
All right.
Buoyancy and density. Density. I studied astronomy in college. If I'm not mistaken.
Me too, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're obviously a bright guy, dude. You can get people to believe this. But density is, if memory serves, is it's mass divided by volume. Mass of an object divided by the volume, the space it takes.
So,
right?
Let me.
Well, wait. My turn, Dave. My turn.
Go ahead.
Okay. Density is mass divided by volume, I think. Don't hold me to it, but I believe that to be the case. And mass, if I remember correctly, mass over volume. What is mass? Mass is weight divided by
much simpler
gravity.
It's much simpler than this. You know the positive, negative attracts, right? Right? So the Earth has a negative charge to it. Every atom that, if you look at the periodic table,
negative charge
every atom that's heavier than the next one has a stronger positive charge.
What does heavy mean? Your argument's circular. How do you measure weight?
I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you.
No, but I just want to get it clear. How do you measure weight?
Yeah. So it's the attraction to the Earth, the electrostatic attraction. If you could make my screen big for a second. You're just throwing a word out there that you don't even know what it means. So check this out.
This is stupid.
Hey,
come on,
this is called the silent drone.
Come on, Dave. This is a bar. Like, look. Okay, if there's no graph, forget it. Because
look at this picture. Look at this picture.
Oh, you got a picture? He's got a picture.
I'm showing you a video. This drone has no moving parts, and it is just changing its electrostatic field, and it's floating. So what is it defying? Gravity or electrostatics?
I don't know.
It's provably
okay.
defying
I don't know, but I know this.
All of this information.
If there was no gravity, Dave, it's just a bar, man. Come on. If there was no gravity, wouldn't water fall off the side of the Earth?
Does water fall off the side of a lake?
Well, it spreads until land is there. But according to
and guess what? Absolutely. And our land is the land that holds in the world's pond is the shoreline of our world is Antarctica. So this is how the world is set up. We live in a giant lake. Antarctica is the highest land on Earth. It holds our water in. That's the edge of our lake.
So we live in a
large bodies of water and relatively flat.
Listen, Dave, you do podcasts. So for those listening, the picture is the landmass is in the water, and the water's surrounded by an ice wall, big circular giant ice wall, correct?
Well, sort of a shoreline. Just think about this. Let me give you a smaller scale
Shoreline.
model. Let's pretend you're in Kansas. You're on a lake. Let's say it's 5 miles around. There's islands on that lake, right? That's the world. Those islands are the continents. The shoreline of the lake is Antarctica. The
How
question
come we've
is,
never seen the
what's
shoreline?
out here?
How come
Because
we've
you
never
see this pink line here? Because this pink line here, which is 60 degrees south, so it's still 1,000 miles or so away from Antarctica, nobody's allowed to independently explore out there. And if you go out there, you'll be stopped by military ships, planes, drones, everything. Right? You will not be allowed to explore beyond there.
So the world, it's basically the New World Order. We're not allowed to see the edge of the earth.
Well, you know what? So you know what's funny is it's not the edge of the earth, it's the edge of our known lands. I contend, and we don't know anything beyond the shoreline of Antarctica. We don't know what's out there, right?
Well, how do
we
we
don't
know
know if there's other ponds out there.
How do we know?
How do we know what?
How do we know that the wall's there if we're not allowed to see it?
Well, there's people that you can go to the shoreline of Antarctica and you can see the wall. I mean, it's the shoreline, and most of the shoreline is much higher than the land, than the water. Right. So if you go to Antarctica, you can just Google pictures of Antarctic ice wall. Just say it. It's not like the Game of Thrones. It's just the shoreline of our pond.
I Googled Antarctica shot from space, and it didn't show me a wall. It showed me a gigantic landmass.
Yeah, all of the pictures of Antarctica from space, from high altitude, are cartoons. You can see actual photos from high altitude. Most of them are from balloons and planes of all the rest of the world, but you can't see Antarctica, and you can't see the Arctic. Also, you can't see
the
the North
Pole, which is in the center of the Earth.
It's in the center. Well, on the ball, it's at the center of the top.
Yeah.
But on the flat Earth, the North Pole is the center of our lake.
How
right?
come
it's the center of our lake?
I got it. So just a guy curious, interesting theory. I might even be buying into this.
Yeah.
Why is the middle of the Earth the pole? The pole there. We don't have gravity. I've only going to the gravitational pole. Hold on.
Again,
so why is that
part
frozen, but the rest of the center isn't frozen?
Well, that's a very good question. So if
Thank
you
you.
can
Give me a very
pull
good
up my
answer.
screen, I'm going to give you a great answer.
Thank you.
So if you can pull up my screen, this is my app. It's called the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. You see the sun here.
Go slow.
And there's a pink.
Time out. Our listeners are intelligent. They're actually taking everybody seriously. Right. Give us the name where we can go find this.
All right. You can find all of this at flatearthdave.com.
Yes,
Everything
you can.
I'm telling you, don't believe a single word I say. Go to flatearthdave.com.
And then believe the word he says there.
Yeah. I'm offering 3 Bitcoins for 1 globe proof after you take the challenge. Okay? 3 Bitcoins. So the sun migrates in between these 2 yellow lines, the Tropic of Capricorn on December 21st and the Tropic of Cancer on June 21st.
So pause. Wait a minute. Pause,
in.
bro, because we're getting the science here. Yeah. You're saying that the Earth rotates around, the sun rotates around the Earth.
Over the Earth, yes.
And it stays within the wall itself.
It stays in our pond. It's melted out our pond.
Then how do we get darkness?
So it's just like when if you're outside on a long street with a street light above you, a half a mile down the street lights that are at the same height literally are merged with the horizon. Take it farther on a bigger scale, its light just goes away.
Well, that's because of the curve in the Earth.
No, it's not. It's due to perspective, and it's the layers of perspective.
So you're saying at a certain amount of time that you can't see things because of the parallax theorem, and that basically your eyes will not be able to see into the great distance because they're not strong instruments.
Well, that's not it at all. The sky and the ground merge at your eye level. As you look away, look down a long hallway in, at the Bellagio, at the end of the hallway, the lights are touching the carpet because that's just how your eyes work. They come together, right? When you look out over the ocean, the clouds touch the water, 20 miles away. And that's where they meet. You can't see any farther. That's called the horizon, which is also a short name for the horizontal eye zone.
Well, let me say that. Let me get in there, though. You're right. Like I have a shack on the lake, and I like watching the tankers, and they disappear because of the what'd you call it? Not the parallax.
Horizontal eye zone.
Yeah, the horizontal eye zone. I should be able with a telescope to see them, and I can't see them. They disappear.
Actually, that's not true. So check this out. Ready? Make my screen big. Make my screen big.
Really big.
So out here is the horizon, and we don't see any boat. So as I'm zooming in, what I'm doing is I'm increasing the angular size, and as I increase the angular size, all of a sudden you go, look, there's a boat. That's right there.
That's because you're getting closer to the boat.
No, I'm not. This is just zooming.
Yeah, that's called the telescope. That's what that means.
Yeah,
it's a telescope.
So, but you said you can't see it. So watch, these little waves in the foreground will hide the entire boat. The boat gets smaller and smaller, and you can't see it. And a glober would say it's over the curve. If we lived on a
I don't think it's over the curve. I just see because I live there. That looks like my lake. That exactly looks where my lake house is. And when I get my telescope out, it's great. I can see people doing it on that boat.
So you can go look across your lake, take a measurement, and know that at 3 miles you should not be able to see the curve of the. You should not be able to see the surface of the water anymore because on a globe the size that they tell us.
I'd see.
No, at 3 miles it drops 6 feet.
Okay,
so
look.
Here's the thing.
Why? Okay,
Charlie.
so wait. I got to get it straight. It's not sunny. If the Earth is flat and the Earth, the sun never sets apparently on this model, so it doesn't go out into space like my buddy said. He said it goes so far out there that you can't see it, and then it comes back. You're saying the sun is such low wattage that when it's over Mexico, you can't see it in China because it's low wattage, more or less.
That's actually not true. Let me show you another one. If you can make my screen big again.
Man, you wouldn't be very fun in a bar.
No, I'm not.
He'd be pulling out his phone like, "Let me show you this site."
Oh no, I would put out my phone. So look, this is the sun. The sun went down, and then it stopped. And it stopped going down. Now my friends are at the beach over here.
Because you press pause.
Watch what's happening here. This is super sped up. It doesn't go down. It's going away, and it finally gets so far away that it disappears into the soup of the atmosphere, and it takes its light with it. This happens every single day.
I never see that. That's not what I see.
Don't see it from a terrestrial
I actually see that every time I smoke weed while I'm watching the sun go down.
No.
That's my eyelid.
It looks to me like it's getting obfuscated by clouds or something. So let me ask this. But we got the theory. Let me say this. Now, is the sun just yes or no? Is the sun spherical?
Sure looks spherical, but are the lights in your ceiling spherical?
Not the LEDs. They're the curly cues.
Okay, well, do the lights have any correlation to the shape of your floor?
No.
That's a big no. So the lights in the sky that you're looking up at are not terra firma. They're not other worlds. They're not giant burning balls of gas, which can scientifically be proven. They're not what they told you it is. So therefore, you can't say the Earth is a globe because I see lights in the sky.
Okay, but no, I know that. I know what you're saying. It's a fair argument, dude. Because we want to get back to what you can know on Earth as a human being who looks at your natural environment. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Is the sun in your eye? It's round. And what about the moon, which I can see?
It's not physical in the telescope. Close.
It's what?
Right. The moon looks spherical.
Okay.
But I have a video I can show you that has 4 different moons on it. Only one of them spherical, but you can't tell which one is spherical.
Okay. So
unless you can touch it, measure it, you don't know what the shape is. Let me ask you a question. This line here, is this level or is it sloping down?
I don't know. I'm listening to the podcast, so I don't know what line you're talking about. That's why I said you got to explain.
All right, you can't. So I'm showing you an image here, which basically
that's a
shows
hair
line
in your
down.
telescope lens. Now listen, my question is, does the moon and the sun orbit the Earth on the same plane? Are they, working in a similar orbit?
The sun and the moon circle above the Earth, just like I'm showing you here on the app. I got it super sped up. Whoops.
At the same level, I'm saying. Are they both like 3,000 miles above Earth? Is one 5,000, one 2,000?
Well,
simple question.
You know what? Nobody knows the distance, and some flat earthers claim at 3,000. But you can also change the apparent sizes of those sun. Make it half the size, and then it's only 1,500 miles.
Is that your pussy?
That's my cat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Here.
It's nice.
This is Anunnaki.
Anunnaki. What's that mean? The world is flat in Swahili?
Yeah, you learn about the Anunnaki maybe one day when they come back.
I'm going to after this, believe me, bro, because he got a video now where he's walking with a light bulb in front of the camera. Okay, listen. So how can you get a lunar eclipse if they're floating above the Earth and the Earth can never come between the moon and the sun?
Yeah.
How do you get the shadow on the moon?
Yeah, so you're believing you're jumping forward. You're believing that the eclipse is because of the lunar eclipse is because of the moon is creating a shadow on the Earth is creating a shadow on the moon. But there's a thing called the Selenian eclipse, right? Where the viewer can see the sun and the moon both above their horizon on opposite horizons, which that would eliminate
Of course you
the
can.
Earth being the
Of course you can. That's called the lunar cycle, bro. Come on. I'm educated man over here with it. You can see them. You can see the sun and the moon in the daytime, and you can't see the new moon in the daytime. But that's how you get a solar eclipse.
Yeah.
The moon.
No, you're incorrect.
Just because you said it doesn't mean I might be incorrect. It's a point.
You're incorrect. Listen, so here's the thing. We can make jokes. We have a great time about this all the time.
We are. Listen, bro, I'm warming these people up to you. Listen. All
right.
Don't show up to the public square and just start yelling like a lunatic. People are liking you, man. So answer me this. Why I've been to Australia. I saw Alpha Centauri. I saw the Southern Cross. I live in Michigan. I see Polaris. I cannot see them if the Earth is flat. Why can't I see some constellations? In fact, why can't I see Orion the Hunter in the summer?
Charlie, great question.
Thank you.
You and I are in a room, 10-foot high ceilings, and
With
there's
the cat.
all random lights in the ceiling. With the cat. And we look up and we say, hey, look, there's the starfish, there's a cat, there's a fish, whatever. You're drawing pictures of these stars, right? You're connecting the dots. Then all of a sudden, I expand this room to 10 miles wide. I say, hey, Charlie, go for a walk. Go 5 miles down the room. Okay. Within a quarter of a mile, I can't see you anymore because the ceiling and the floor have merged and you have disappeared into the horizontal eye zone. You're gone. So you're 5 miles away from me. I call you on your cell phone. I say, Charlie, look up at those lights in the ceiling. Do you see the starfish? Do you see the cat? Do you see the fish? And you're like, no, I see completely different stars. And I'm like, well, therefore this room must be a sphere. It's only because you can't see the North Star from the south because you're just too far away.
I didn't get that. Okay, I didn't get that. I'll move on to that. What time is it?
13:02.
Okay, so would you please come back on, Dave? This is cool. Okay.
I'll come back on, but let me just plug where people can learn about this.
Yes, go on. FlatEarthDave.com.
FlatEarthDave.com. This is the app. Don't buy the app, right? Just go to the app store and read the reviews, and then you'll buy the app.
Okay.
But it's $3, and check it out. It gives you everything. It shows you frequently asked questions. Like every question you're going to ask me is already answered here.
It's like a game show. I would totally love doing that, taking a shit in the morning. All right. Why can't I? Let me try. Let me just try here.
So here's
why is it I got married on Mount Rainier, but I couldn't see Mount Shasta? There's what.
So here's the challenge. Here's the game. Every day there's a new video right here. You just click on the featured video a day. You watch it every day for 2 weeks while you're taking a shit in the morning. Yeah. And then after 2 weeks, if you can give me one globe proof, you win 3 Bitcoins or 3,000 ounces of silver. Okay?
Okay, how about this one?
Globe
You hear
proof.
that? Go there, go to that thing.
Oh, I'm getting that.
Oh, you are. You're getting the app.
Damn right.
Only $3.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 Bitcoins.
Now listen, put up the map of the flat Earth. This is the flat Earth map. Couple questions.
All right. Well, here.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead. What's the question?
I got 3 questions left. We got to go. Okay, so let's do it quickly.
Go.
Here's the flat Earth. There's Sydney, Australia on the right. There's Los Angeles in the middle, and there's Santiago, Chile on the left.
Yep.
Los Angeles is more or less halfway between Sydney, Australia, and Santiago, Chile, more or less. So why is it that it takes 2 hours longer by flight to get to Sydney from LA than it does Santiago?
It takes 2 hours longer to get to
Sydney.
Wait, give me those again.
LA to Sydney is about, I don't know, maybe 14 hours. Santiago to Sydney is about 12 hours, but Santiago's way farther away. Please explain.
It's because you don't know what routes these planes are taking. You don't know how fast these planes are going.
That's the straightest route, bro. Straight line route.
When you actually look at flight routes, they make absolutely no sense on the globe. And when you look at emergency landings, they land in places that are absolutely impossible. Check this out. When you fly from Santiago to Australia, you go all the way up across America and down. Right, and when you want to go to Western Australia, check
that's
this
not
out.
how you. No. Because dude, I've been to Australia twice. It goes direct from Santiago to Sydney. It does. So we'll move on. Okay, it does.
So it does. Look, it does. But this is the route. Look. From Western Australia, it's a straight line, but on the globe, if you chart it out, it's like, why did they cut into the northern hemisphere? All these southern locations, origins, southern destination. Why do they go into the north? They never.
Well, your map is wrong. So take that map down. That map's not right. Now,
you're correct.
Second to last question.
Yes.
How do you know, since we've never been allowed on the ice wall, that the Earth is in fact round? We have a map. It's right here, and it's shaped like a pan pizza. Why isn't it rectangular like the maps I've been seeing my whole life?
So as you look at the globe map, this is the globe map. All of the continents on the globe are the absolute wrong size. Okay, so why when they say flat earthers don't have a map? Yeah, we do have a map. Check this out. This map was in every classroom and every library, and it's still used today.
I'm gonna get close to the screen so I can see this.
It was taken out in the 1950s. They removed it from encyclopedias, removed it from schools, they removed it from everywhere, but it's still used for navigation today.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. What?
You've got where's the map? Put the map back. It looked to me, I've been to Barrow, Alaska. You cannot see, Russia is not on top of Barrow, Alaska. I've been there.
It is. You can see Russia. You can see Russia from Alaska.
I flew, but over by Nome, not from.
This is exactly how the Earth is, and it's actually not much different on the globe.
I must have been high as a
different on the globe.
Okay, last question.
So what
Last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think if we ever are able to get to the ice wall, that the natives will be angry?
The military will be angry because they'll stop you and turn you around. They don't want you going there. There's 100 different companies that you can go to Antarctica, but they're all run by the same people.
Okay, so. Flat Earth Dave. I hope you enjoyed this idea. Cool dude. Go to flatearthdave.com. I'm getting the fucking app. And then I'm going to do the app challenge, Dave. You're a friend of this show. My buddy Mike. Oh, I outed him. Flat Earth Mike, I outed him. Hey, Mike.
You know what? It's time that everybody came out.
Hey,
it's time that everybody came out.
But hey, you know what? Here's the thing. I hope that you all listening start to be curious about your world, minimum. And, okay, it's a little... I believe we landed on the moon. I believe in satellites.
Look at my screen one more time.
Okay,
These are the flat earthers that have the app. These are just the flat earthers that have my app right here in the northern United States.
Yeah, they all live in Canada.
Europe. Look, they're here. The entire UK covered with people. This is the fastest growing awakening ever. This is the one that frees us from all of the enslavement that we have.
Yep.
Right? All of this.
Let me leave it there. Dave.
Yeah.
We have to move out of the end of the program here. I want you to watch this. No, stay tuned. Watch this. This is Red conducting his own trivia with people in Detroit. It's Black History Month, so Red decided he would ask people what they know
about a little Detroit Black history.
Let's roll it. What time is it?
Hey, what up, though? This your boy Detroit Red. We decided to hit the streets of Detroit for Black History Month and do a little Detroit Black History trivia. See how many of our Detroiters and others know they Detroit Black history. Who was the first black mayor elected to the city of Detroit?
Black mayor that I can remember? Dennis Archer.
I have no idea.
Just give me a name. Take a guess.
Oh, I couldn't even give you one if I tried.
Who was the first black elected mayor to the city of Detroit?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. Look over your shoulder.
Is it Coleman Young?
That would be right after a lot of help and a big hint. Who was the first white mayor after over 50 years to be elected to the city of Detroit?
It's Cobo Hall. Cobo? Mayor Cobo?
White mayor?
Yep.
Doesn't matter, male or female?
William D. Ford.
Who was that?
That was the mayor of Westland.
Perry Ellis.
Not right. Who was the first white mayor to be elected to the city of Detroit after over 50 years?
40, Red.
After over 50. Duggan? It's not. No, you said city of Detroit. Never mind. That's Michigan. I'm gonna say you said city of Detroit mayor after almost 50 years. It's not Duggan. It's not. I'm trying to think. It's not Levin.
I was thinking, I thought it was Mayor Cobo. But I guess it's not him, huh?
Wrong answer. Hey, no help from the crowd. Over here. Here go one. Who was the first mayor to wear a diamond earring in the city of Detroit?
Transporter. Scott.
Nope. Kwame Kilpatrick. Remember he had the diamond earring? Everybody was talking about him. Yeah, forgot about a lot of people did. He ain't paid that money back yet. But anyway, what famous Detroit boxer was known for knocking out the Nazi in 1938?
Was that Charles Frazier? No. I know it's who that is.
The fist.
Is it Mike Tyson? No. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that would be wrong. You know Mike Tyson's actually still alive, so that would make him like almost, well, let me do some math. Now you got me doing math. It's like 118 years old or something like that.
A boxer in the 30s? A boxer in the 30s.
Yeah.
A Nazi boxer. I'm going to say, what's his name? Muhammad Ali?
You know Malcolm X, former leader of the Muslim nation, right?
I know of him, yes.
What was his legal government name before he became Malcolm X?
I don't know his whole name. Little.
I do not know his real name, but I do know that his mother was a tremendous influence in his life, that she lived 25 years beyond his death and continued to keep his legacy alive.
X is his last. Was the last name that he got removed.
Give you a hint. He wasn't big.
Is it Malcolm Small then?
Dang, it's bad. It's bad. I'm supposed to be real conscious and pro-black, but I can't think of it right now.
Rick?
I would say Jones like every other black person, but I don't know. I cannot think of it. Little. Little was his last name. I don't know Marvin.
What was his real name before he became Malcolm X?
Oh man, I'm so bad. Can I follow what that woman said and say Jones? You said she threw that out there.
Okay, okay, we're going to go with Jones. That's not right, and she wasn't right either. But anyway, it's Malcolm Little. This is a bonus question. Okay. All right. What was Malcolm X's known nickname?
Red.
Final answer?
Red. Final answer.
Want a hint? You're close.
No. Well, yeah, go ahead and give me.
City and a color.
I'm trying to think. What state was this man from? I had just read this book not too long ago and just finished it.
You must have read it really quick. What was Malcolm X's nickname?
Red. I believe it was Red. Was it Red?
What was his nickname?
Lou?
I don't know. Arkansas Red. I don't know.
Arkansas.
I don't know. That's the state. I don't know where he was from.
Okay. So you say Arkansas Red?
No, because that's not a city. So I'm just gonna go with Red. I don't know the other part.
Okay, you got another half point. Yeah. You were half right. It was Detroit Red.
Oh.
Didn't we just meet?
Yeah.
Hi y'all. Hey, this is Detroit Red. The other Detroit Red from NBN News with some Detroit Black trivia.
Oh, that was good. Good job, Red. Knock them push-ups out, brother. I got to go do Cuomo in the other room. We'll see y'all on Monday for the No Bullshit lunch hour. Oh, I got some news. James O'Keefe from Project Veritas, he's been told to go home and, convalesce. And
really?
They might be throwing him off the board. You know that the guy behind the Pfizer gotcha video and all that? Yeah.
The guy that started it, really.
They might be looking into some money and whatnot. We'll have the report for you on Monday.
Wow.
All right.